Hi, one thing I always wondered about the 737 is why does it have two levers for the engines? I mean, okay, it has two engines, it has two levers to control them, but for example, on a car you can have up to 8 cylinders, but you don't have 8 foot pedals, maybe because you don't have 8 feet. But the thing is, airplanes have separate levers for each engine because you can control the direction of the planes using the engines and the yoke and the pedals. So today with using X-Plane 11 I try to control a 737-800 with only the engines without using the yoke or the pedals. And here I am. This is the takeoff from Lima, India, Mike Lima, and which is in Milan, Italy. And as you can see, I'm not using the yoke. I only have the flaps set at the maximum, which I think is 45 degrees. That's because if I don't use the yoke to go up, I need something, so I'm using the flaps, but I keep them still at 45 degrees, so I'm actually not using them. They're just here and do the job. And one thing which helps me is the yaw damper. Actually I left it on, maybe most because I forgot it, but actually I think it's needed here. And one thing I noticed flying this way is that airplanes have a lot of inertia. So if I move, let's say here I was turning right, so I lowered the power of the right engine, and after you lower the power of the engine you should put it back in just 1 or 2 seconds, because then the plane has a lot of momentum, and this is really you don't need a lot of time to gain the momentum and the inertia to turn right or left. Okay, by the way, I know that I suck in English. It is not my first language, and it is the first video I do with this language, and I'm doing this because I'm bored, and now I should study for the university for my exams, but I don't want, so I'm just spending my time with the computer playing with a game. And okay, but that's not the point. And what else? Okay, and one more thing that is funny is that if the plane is going down, okay, like just like right now, the plane is going down, and to pull it up, I have to increase the thrust so that the speed goes up, and then the force generated by the wings is bigger, and so the planes goes up, and but then by going up, it loses some speed, so it goes again down. So I have to find a right balance between speed and heading. Another thing is that by using the engines to turn, let's say I want to go on the right, the right wing will go down, and so the whole airplane will start to lose height. And so that's it. I don't know what to say in this moment, mostly because I'm actually tired and it's pretty late. Okay, for instance, now you can see that I try to turn right, but then all of a sudden I started to head down, and so I had to increase the speed, but that makes me go too up, and so it's all a matter of balancing the plane, which isn't easy. Now I don't know if you can see it from the video, but the second monitor on the plane is showing where the airport is, because I tried to take off and then land at the same airport. Again, Lima India Mike Lima, and now actually the landing, the landing is always the most difficult part in a flight, but here I had serious troubles to set the speed and the direction, because if I have less speed, the plane will tend to go down, and if I want the plane to go up, I need more speed, and that's because I was using only the thrust. So that doesn't help you when you want low speed and to go down at the same time, and this actually makes the landing always difficult. But now, without using the yoke, it was maybe impossible. I don't know, I'm not a pilot, I'm definitely not a certified pilot. I made maybe a dozen of landings with X-plane and no more. Okay, by the way, you're going to see the runway. Okay, I swear I didn't die by doing this. Okay, now on the left there's the runway, but now you see we are too up, so I try to cut off the thrust, but then the plane started to go down, so I had to increase the thrust, but the plane started to go up, and always I had to turn left. Also I had to turn left, and I didn't know how to do. Okay, now the puppy likes are saying that my glide slope is okay, and which is good, but then it will become too low because of these things that you cannot go slow and also up, and every time you turn you go down, so it's I couldn't turn right at this point, and also I couldn't put the nose up because the radius which takes pulling up the nose with only the engines is too big, and so I crashed on the ground. But because X-plane is so generous, it made me land without any damage. But in real life I would have survived, maybe, or maybe someone, not the pilot, would have survived, because that wasn't too bad, come on. But the plane actually crashed. It was just completely destroyed. Okay, now you can see the path that I tried to do. It should be okay, it's maybe funny, but I use only the engines. I'm not an expert, so I'm okay with this. And that was all. Maybe okay, now maybe I'm going to take a shower, and then I study something. No, I won't study today because I'm too lazy. Okay, I'm so sorry you wasted your time watching this video. No, I'm joking. Nobody will see this. Okay, and that's all. Okay, now there's nothing more to say. So maybe goodbye to no one, because no one will see this. Oh, okay, bye.